Showing you what we're going to be working on today. Welcome to Thursday Live at Deanne Fitzpatrick Studio. And here we are live. And I'm just showing you the rug that we're going to be talking about today. You can see some little roses. And you can see some velvet there that I'm going to be playing with. And on Thursday Live, what we do is we talk about 3 or 4 different things and we welcome people to the studio. So right now I'm welcoming Abiza Marwa and Linda Crew because they're here watching, and I'm so glad that you're here. And Joy Wolski and Pamela London. And I can see that 4 other people are watching too. So this is going to be our project for today. Hi, Linda. How are you? Linda lives just up the street. And Louise Gould, Doreen Anderson, Roy. So many people are here already. Hello, Pamela Landon. And it's so nice that so often I see you week after week after week. And I am really thankful. So I'm just going to show you some of the wools because Slub and Big Merino is back in stock. Yeah, it is. I'm going to show you some of the wools. I've got an exciting new product that we are going to show you that Angie has dyed for us that goes with our artist series. And remember I talked about Rousseau, and so we're going to talk about a little bit about Rousseau, and I'm going to tell you I ordered the book. So I'm going to do that. And right now I'm going to pass it over. There's Angela, and she's there. And there's Angela of Octopus fame. Everybody loved your rugs so much, Angela. They were so beautiful. Really, they were really beautiful.
That was nice. There was a lot of nice compliments.
It was nice, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. How did it feel after you were on the show and showed all those off?
It was good. I was nervous, especially going back and rewatching it. You just feel like I felt a little nervous, but
did you?
It was nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was nice to read the comments.
Yeah, you really don't seem nervous on camera at all. You seem like, well, you are a person who's very much yourself, wherever you are or whatever you're doing, you know? So it like that comes off. Yeah, we don't see it. And we got Joan Perry says it's a glorious day here in Eagle Head, Nova Scotia. All right, so I'm going to pass this over to you, Angela, and there you are. And I need to get my calendar here because in my calendar, well, this is what I do sometimes, sometimes I have this idea of how I'm going to do things, and it never works out. I've always wanted to use a file box. Do you guys do this? Do you have ideas of how you want things to work? I'm going to go underneath the desk. Underneath the desk is my walking shoes, all my junk. There's my next book right there. I keep a paper copy of it. I don't know why. So I had this idea that I wanted this file box, and I had this idea that I was going to write down everything I did on all of the Thursday shows. So, to be organized. And then I thought that, it's really, and then I filed them all under show. So really, all I needed was a book. So do you guys do that? Do you do things and you just make things way more complicated than they need to be? Because I do that sometimes. Angela helps me simplify, I find, don't you, Angela?
You try, yeah.
You try, yeah. So I have this file box that's waiting for a use. I don't know what it's going to be, but someday, I think right for now, I'm going to store it because every time I look at it, I feel foolish now. I have it stored underneath my desk. It's kind of like a footrest, which is not a bad thing. And what I do find is that my weekly calendar, between my weekly calendar and my phone, my notes on my phone, I just write down here the things that we're going to do. And I like a calendar that has, I've showed you my calendar before. I think it's an essential tool in staying organized. But, it just shows me if I have appointments or not. And I have found that since I started writing down my appointments visually, I'm a lot less likely not to show up at all. That's good, right? Because when I start hooking, I forget about the world. And you're probably like that too. You forget about the world. So this is our Thursday to do. This is what I've started doing, is writing down the notes about what we're going to talk about on Thursday. So what I'd like to talk to you about today is the importance of tightening your frame. I'd like to talk to you. Remember I was talking about that manifesto thing? So I wrote the Create Beauty Everyday Manifesto, didn't I, Angela?
You did.
Tell them about the first draft, Angela.
It was good. It was a little long. A lot of beautifuls.
A lot of beautifuls.
but it was good.
Oh, Angela.
It was
What was everybody in the room doing? There was 5 of us as I was reading it. What were people's heads like?
There was a few eye rolls.
There were eye rolls. I saw this at one point.
Maybe a couple.
But I got that manifesto down to 3 sentences. And I think I'm going to share that with you today and it's the Create Beauty Every Day Manifesto. And I don't even know if it's finished yet, but there it is. And the other thing I want to talk to you about is the importance of not watching this and not doing anything. This is your hooking time. This 20 minutes or 30 minutes has to be your hooking time or your drawing time or whatever. Like, if you're not doing something while you're watching this, you're just missing out on that opportunity to get your fingers nimble. And I want to talk to you about a little experience I had this week and about this little rug over here. My Say It rug. Because I was with my friend Krista, who doesn't watch this show really in the daytime because she's often working. But sometimes she catches us at night. And she says to me the other day, I was going to say something and I said to her, I don't want to say it. She said, just say it. It's you and me. Just say it. So I made a little rug that says, say it. Just to remind myself to say it. Because something else happened this week and about the importance of saying it. And so I'm going to talk about that while I hook. And I'm just going to hook what I hook. And I'm going to show you my new rugs. I think you'd like to see my new rugs. So will we start there? I'll start with the new rugs. Backing up. The kettle's boiling out here. Oh, the rugs are gone.
I moved them. I measured them. Sorry.
How do we get them?
I measured them for the right out around the corner.
On the website?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to call someone because I can't go out there because I lose my Wi-Fi, which we got to try and fix because it would be nice to be able to walk all around this beautiful place. Greg, can you bring me in the rugs? Angela measured them. There's a pile of rugs. So let's go hook. Tiny Landscape starts tonight. This is the last day to register. So I'm serious. It's going off the website tomorrow. There's no, can I get in? Because it's gone. It's gone. We're sending out, are we sending that out tonight, Angela?
We can, sure.
I think we should let people. Thanks, Greg. We can't go out there because we're afraid that I'll lose my Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you. We'll show them. Okay. And the other thing I want to show you today is the Rousseau book. So what I'm going to do now is show you what I've done so far. Look at these leaves. There's this dark green jersey and there's this green velvet. We are out of that particular velvet right now, the velvet ribbon. We had 20 of them and we sold them all and we have more coming in. So that'll be in again. But we do have another velvet on the site that's really beautiful that Brenda dyes. And I think I want a lot of black in this rug. And, you know, I think sometimes we think that what we outline with is not that important. And I think it's really important. Outlining in a rug like this, that's kind of graphic, I would say. Is that the right way to use graphic, Angela, when you use a lot of lines? Like I always sort of, it is it?
Yep.
Okay. So, I outlined the bottom one here in a thick black yarn. It's a merino stream. We don't have this one in stock right now. It was just one that I had kicking around. You know, nobody bought it. It was the last thing of merino stream, and I said, I like that. But I wanted a shiny, thick black outline on these roses. If I had to take that and use it back here on these roses, do you know what would have happened? Does anyone know what would have happened? If I had to use the same outline in both places, how might that have caused me a problem in this rug? Angela, you know, don't you? It's the thickness of the line.
It wouldn't give you any depth.
It wouldn't give me any depth. There's no perspective. So I used a thinner line, like a Briggs & Little, to outline on this one. And if I had to have an even thinner yarn, I probably could have used it on this one. But what I did back here on the third step, because there's 3 degrees of roses here, what I did was so this is a great lesson in perspective, right? You got your big ones in the foreground, you got your middle ones in the middle ground, you got your tiny ones in the background. But what I did here was with the line, I skipped more holes, so there's a little bit less black. And so that's how I gave this perspective. But this is also shiny and silky, and I'm going to use this. I'm not sure I'm going to leave this in, but I'm going to use this black to outline the houses. So the blue, I would like to make this the blue house because I don't have very much of it. And then I've decided that we're going to have a mauve. No. Oh, where's my color? Uh-oh. I took the wrong color. Uh-oh. I'm missing a color here. Okay. So I'm going to do a yellow house and a blue house. I can't decide whether to do the yellow here and the blue here. I just think if I put the blue here, I want to do this one because I'm not sure I have enough of this blue. So sometimes it's just really practical, right? But I have to do this one because this will not contrast with my sky good enough. I found this little square that's really close. So I'm going to do this in yellow, but I want to outline them all in black. So I'm hoping this house doesn't look like a bumblebee. But if it does, that's okay. Now these houses, the other problem that I have is I want the roofs black. And so I need to find some shiny black. So I'm going to outline this house. And get the yellow in. And you can see I'm not skipping a lot of holes like I want it to be filled. But I think when you're using a lot of one color to outline, you want to make sure that you're using nice wools, that it's not all one type of wool, that it's not all one weight of wool, that you mix it up a little bit. So I'm doing this, and you'll see that these lines are not straight, right? And I kind of think of these as fairy houses. I grew up in Newfoundland, and there's a whole sort of folklore around fairies that I can't say I really grew up with it. It's not like we talked about it in our house or anything, but I guess I'm kind of familiar with it. And I kind of think of these houses because, like, you know, I don't know about you, but I've never really been to a place where there's, well, once in a while you go somewhere where it's really cultivated, where there's roses, like every house is like in full bloom with gardens of roses outside them. I just, you know, there's not too many places that sort of beautiful. So I call these kinds of rugs, they're sort of dreamscapes. So I am going to show you now how I outline that little window. Isn't it nice? So now I think you're hooking too. That's how I picture you all. I picture you all hooking with me. So here's the story I want to tell you about this week. So like we all have our weaknesses, right? And I have many. One of them is that I'm a bit abrupt. The other one is that I am the queen of the one word answer in an email. Like my family will send me, especially my in-laws will send me, and my side of the family, they don't complain about one word answers because a lot of them are kind of like that too. But my in-laws, they sort of make jokes about how my answers are just one word. So they'll send me like a text or an email, and I'll answer with 1 or 2 words, like very quickly, because I answer a lot of emails during the run of a day. However, everybody deserves to be answered properly, but sometimes I'm in a rush and I forget and I don't answer quite right. So the other day, someone emailed me and they asked if we had an octopus pattern, and I said, nope, draw it, right? Thinking, nope, no, go ahead and draw it. Like, that's great, you do it. Nope, you can draw it. We don't have it. We don't have octopus patterns. Angela just drew it. And she said, the woman got back to me and she said, I just had to touch base with you because I took that as so like, nope, draw it, like, go away, leave me alone. And I was like, no, draw it, like, you do it, you can do it, go for it, right? And she said she felt really funny about it. And I said, isn't it good that you called me? Because that's not what I was saying at all. And how sometimes we misinterpret each other. And it's true, that's just people. We sometimes misinterpret each other. And I did it with my sister a couple of weeks ago. I said something we have a call every Sunday, and we had this call, and I said something, and I thought, afterwards I thought, I might have hurt her feelings. I don't know. And so that occurred to me like 3 times. I might have hurt her feelings. And then I said, well, why are you going around letting that occur to you? Just say it. Just call her, you know? Because I know she wouldn't want me to go around. So I called her, and I don't even think she noticed what I'd said, and I didn't hurt her feelings, and it was fine. And, you know, we just had a chat about what was going on in our lives. But it's really good to clarify things. The other thing I think that's really important is that no matter how much you like someone, you know, your family or your friends or whatever, that you can misinterpret what they say, and we can misinterpret each other, and it's good to clarify, but also that we all have weaknesses, and that it's really important to just like not take everything to heart and to understand our weaknesses with each other. And so if I could say something today, I think that's, you know, like almost my friend Donnie Miller, and I think I might have wrote about this in my book or one of my books, but my friend Donnie Miller said, he's a minister, but he's kind of he's just, I don't know. How would you describe Donnie Miller, Angela?
He has such a good soul. He's just amazing, but he's not what you would expect.
No.
At all.
No.
He's got such a great sense of humor.
Funny.
And he knows just by speaking with him for a little while, you feel like you've been friends forever.
Yeah. Yeah, you do feel that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he says one day to me that someone came up to him and they said, they were complaining about someone, and Donnie said, oh, they're all right. And the guy said to Donnie, yeah, but you like everybody. You know, you're a minister. You like everybody. And Donnie said, yeah, I do, but it isn't easy. And I just like, that story sticks with me over and over again, because even like the people that I think are great, sometimes, you know, it isn't easy, right? Like that's what we, like human beings, like the real test, I think, of being a good soul is getting along with people in real life. Do you know what I mean? Like I look at people who can, like, you know, and I think Thomas Merton, the famous monk, actually, or he was kind of a monk, not always a monk, said that. He said, I'm putting the yellow in here because we want that with the sky. But he said that, you know, it's really easy to sort of find what the world needs and what people need when you're away from the world and when you step aside. But it's in community where we really learn about love and about loving each other and being good to each other. And so that, I would just appreciate it that someone, rather than sort of, you know, got frustrated at me, just sort of said, hey, is that what did you mean there, you know? And I just thought that was kind, you know, that we have to be kind to each other, and we have to appreciate each other. So, you know, am I abrupt with you sometimes, Angela?
No.
No, not too much?
No.
Oh, good. That's good. But sometimes I get on your nerves. Once in a while.
I think here sometimes we tend to get on each other's nerves, but that's, you know, that's because we're so close. We're like a family, so.
Kind of like a little family, yeah. But I think we do get on each other's nerves sometimes. But I think we try to be good to each other.
We do.
So now, look at this. See, look at this. Look at this. See, but now I have a little problem, Angela. This is my little problem. I want these roofs to be black. What do I do about the edge there? Like, if I make that roof black, and maybe they can help me. If I make that roof black, then I feel like this is going to be all a schmozzle. And I want these, like, this is what makes the house, like these crazy peaks that no house would ever have, really, hardly. Like, they're like turret peaks almost on these big old floors. This is the kind of house I grew up with, like a big square. Ours was a kind of a fat rectangle. So I need something, so like I don't know what to do. Like I could put a line of gray in to sort of separate. Well, I could do that maybe. Is anyone giving any ideas in the comment section?
Not yet. They're wondering what the yellow yarn is that you're using.
The yellow yarn is, this is, that's just our mellow yellow on our studio dyed. Oh, I got to show everybody. What time is it? Are we getting late? Or?
Someone is saying dark brown, a line of dark brown.
I could put a line of dark brown.
Pauline is saying a thin line of gray.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying now.
Connie LaRue, charcoal gray. Wanda, charcoal.
Okay. I don't want it to stand out, right? So I'm putting in that thin line of gray. I'll try that. But you know, it's taken away the purity of the house. Do you know what I mean? A little bit. I wonder if I did a line of yellow again. I did like a yellow line up the roof. Would that look weird? What do they think about that? Okay, that might work. This might work. So I'm going to take another black. This is the black. We do have some of this. It's a studio dyed, and it's not a studio dyed. It's a studio pick. I think they're $14.95 a skein. It's a black with a. I'm going to do two at once. What do you think?
What about a plaid? We're getting some comments about a black plaid for the roof.
A black. I did think about that, you guys. I thought about a black plaid, but I kind of want that sort of. I kind of want it really solid. What time is it, Angela? Are we getting late? Because I got a couple things I want to show people.
I forgot my watch today, so yeah. I feel naked without it. That's so I have no idea.
I have no idea either. All right. Okay, so we'll just do what we do. Okay, so here it is with the black roof and the gray line, and then I'll figure out the yellow. So Tiny Landscape starts tomorrow. This is your last chance to join. Join if you can, and remember to share this video, because when we share these videos, we don't know what we're sharing. We could be sharing kindness. We could be sharing friendship. When you share rug hooking, you share a lot. That's what I know. I just know that there's a lot to it. Oh, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad. I don't think it's staying, but it at least divides it for me. You know what this does, me plodding along here now? This is a good lesson. Rather than sort of say, well, I don't know what to do there. I think, oh, I'm going to stop, you know. Instead of that, I put the line in. The line holds that space, and I know I want my roof to be black. So there, and now I can move on. And, you know, I can come back. Maybe that line is going to be hot pink. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't think it will be, but it might be yellow, and this one might be blue. And so this yellow yarn is my house. And there's a little piece of me that thinks I could just put another poke of yellow up here. Do you want me to try it? Should I try it?
Sure.
Might as well try it. Okay.
Thanks, Lillian. She says we have 7 minutes.
Thanks, Lillian. Who's that, Lillian? What'd you say? Don't know. I think I'm going to do this. I think this might make it look kind of magical. I don't know, though. I might have. Okay. So I'm just going to hold it with the yellow. We got 7 minutes. I got a few things I want to show you in those 7 minutes. I don't know. What do you I think I like this better. I think it just holds that kind of. I'm not trying to make it realistic, right? I'm trying to make it like this is like fairyland. Fairyland. There is a place in Newfoundland called Fairyland. Okay. All right. I'm going to show you a couple of things. Show you my new rugs. Should I show them all?
Yeah.
This was a little tiny one that I made for the harbor. Teeny tiny. This was kind of like broken glass. I always, when I was in Petty Fort years ago, when I came down the stairs, there was a red window at the top. And, you know, I always loved it. And it was a common thing home. There's red glass in houses. This was kind of like my nasturtiums, but it's marigolds. Made that lately. I love this one. It's called Up North. I just think it's beautiful. I don't know why I call it Up North, but I love the palette. And then I did 3 burn rugs. So this was the ones I was working on last week. Here they are. There's a little velvet in there. And this was the field that you saw last week. Another burn rug. This is the Tantrum Marche. And remember I told you I was going to order that Rousseau book? Well, I did. and I just want to show it to you. And when you look at Rousseau's work, this is the only one I could find. It's a Taschen publication. They do make beautiful art books. He painted very primitively. He was not a trained artist, but you know, he was also a composer. I think I knew that and then forgot. And he worked mainly at a toll gate most of his life. And then when he retired, he went to painting full time, and he became one of the most famous artists of that time. And he influenced Picasso and Matisse and all kinds of other artists. So this is just an idea. So there was all these paintings here that I looked at, and then when we came to the back, these were the paintings that I really loved. And one of them I did see, these wild jungle paintings, and I think Angie did an amazing job on the artist series. But like, here's the lion eating the cheetah or the tiger. I think that's a cheetah. You probably know better than I. And these he was so good botanically, right? And how you can do that green upon green upon green and still see the depth of the forest. That was the one painting that I did see, I think, in real life. There's the gorilla. And these paintings, I don't know, they just make me feel something that I don't even know what it is, but I want to walk in there, you know? I'm really drawn to these. So that is, and this is him. That's Henry Rousseau, and he lived from 1844 to 1910. And I want to show you what our new product is. We have a new product, and I'm going to bring it out, and I'm going to show you. Here we are. So what we've done is we've taken our artist series, and we've dyed cloth to go with it, and it's our European cream, and this is Chagall, and we're only selling it in big half-yard pieces, so you end up getting, well, this one is in 2 pieces, but there's Chagall. This one is Seurat, and he's the pointillism guy. So if you have the wool yarn, you might like a piece of cloth. And then we have Klimt with the golds and the roses right here. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to lay them down because I just want to have a good look at them. I'm going to lay them down on the floor beside me. Actually, I'm going down with them. These are gorgeous. Okay, and that was Chagall. Are they not beautiful? Like, look at that. Take me there, please. All right, and this, oh yeah, I knew that. It's Manet. Ooh.
Wow.
Wow. Lichtenstein. He's the kind of pop artist, graphic artist that was inspired by Lichtenstein. And this is Rousseau, right? Now, didn't Angie do a good job? Because that's the book I just showed you, right? Wow. This is Da Vinci. And you can get a whole set. We give you a little deal when you buy the whole set. They're $39.95, I think, each. And this one is Degas. So here I am, happy. And these ones are mine. I don't know, I just keep them back here and look at them. Really, I cut them up sometimes, but I just tear a piece off them. I never cut up all my wool at once. I like to see the cloth and what I can do with it. But like if you're doing this like this, I mean, we call it Da Vinci, but I look at it and I see Bay of Fundy, you know? I see island sandstone, right? When I look at this one, I see marsh and bogs and barrens, you know? When I look at this one, I see evening sky. Actually, you know, when I look at this one, I see the sky that I sometimes see behind the trees in the morning. When I look at this one, I see fall leaves, you know? That's the outside right now. When I look at this one, I see a background for a big cream, like a lot of creams in it too. This is a sunset right there, you know? I don't know what I see when I see this one. I guess it's like wildflowers. And this one, it's briny ocean coast. So that's it. That's what I got to show you. That's what I got to talk to you about. I'll see you tomorrow. It's 2 weeks of lessons from me, Tawny Landscapes. The first 3 lessons, we're sending out you the information tonight for the first 3 lessons of Tawny Landscapes. And we are excited. And Angela's done a beautiful job in designing the site for it, and we're ready to go. Any questions before I leave? Got to give you a second, don't we? This is 2 pieces in one. Any questions, Angela?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. Well, I think we're good then. So nice to be here with you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.
Did you read your manifesto?
Oh, no. Do you want me to?
Somebody's asking about the manifesto.
Oh, I forgot. I did everything, though, except for that. And I didn't talk about tightening the frames. We'll have to do that next week. Okay, here's the manifesto. I'm going back to my yarns. I'm going to do it while I fold them. Create Beauty Every Day Manifesto. I will use my hands, my heart, my mind to create, to see beauty in others and in the world around me, because beauty matters, and it always will.